Hi friends, I hope you all are doing great. It's me, Nikki here, and today I'm excited to share with you 10 things that organized people do that you may or may not be doing. You know, we are all striving to bring that peace and joy in our life, and that's kind of one of the motivators for a lot of people that are organized. So I thought that this could be a helpful video to really share those tips so that if you're maybe not the most organized person, you could really try and take some of these tips to implement it in your home and your life to really bring that peace and joy that you desire. So let's get started. So friends, before I jump into the video, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has already pre-ordered my new book, my third book, Beautifully Organized at Work, which releases July 6th. It is available for pre-order now, and so many of you have already gotten your copy, and I want to say huge thank you, thank you, thank you. Cannot wait to get it in your hands. And if you have not gotten your copy, go ahead and grab it. I will definitely put the link in the description box below. So let's get into those 10 things. Okay, friends, the first thing about organized people is that they have systems and routines. And when you say those words, sometimes they can feel like a little dry or overwhelming or like, oh my goodness, but they're really just simplified ways of really keeping the stress away from your life. For example, an organized person will have a laundry routine of doing one load of laundry a day. It's a small little task that takes very little time. They'll coordinate it during a time that's really convenient for them, and they never really have to worry about their laundry getting out of control. They have built that routine into their life. It's normal for them, and it really keeps the stress away. Whereas someone who does not have a system, they may just go throughout their day every day and they do laundry when they think about it or when they can, but that tends to be that household that has an overwhelming amount of laundry that has backed up, which then causes whoever handles the laundry to be stressed and overwhelmed. Again, the goal being not to have stress in your life and home. So that simple routine of, I have to walk downstairs anyway to go to work, why not walk downstairs with a load of laundry, put it in, process that for the day, and really it's stress-free. The great thing about how an organized person thinks is they always try to pair the routine with an action that they're already doing. So for example, when I put that load of laundry in, I need that time of something to do as I'm waiting for my breakfast to warm up in the microwave. So that's the perfect time to take, instead of sitting, waiting, looking at the microwave, to go ahead and put a load of laundry in. So when you're thinking out kind of how can I implement these systems, think about how you can utilize that time that is just that spare time that you're waiting to do a certain task in your life. Another thing about organized people is they take time to plan. And we always do better with most things when we have a plan. How I like to think of it is, you always want to include a plan when it's going to be an investment for you. Is it going to be an investment of your time, your money, and your stress? If so, have a plan. You don't want to wing those things. The perfect thing to think about is a vacation. If you were going to plan a vacation to Europe, you would definitely plan that vacation because you're going to be spending money, you're going to be spending your time, and you don't want to be stressed by not even thinking about your airline ticket and just showing up at the airport. And then what if they don't have flights out that time? What if you have to wait a day? What if you get to Europe and they're closed down for kind of certain kind of reasons, and you just don't know what happens because you didn't plan. You may lose money, lose time, lose stress, okay? That's a big investment. Taking a vacation is an investment, so we tend to plan that. It's the same thing in your home and life. Those things that cost you those time, money, and stress, you want to plan. So that is as simple as planning out your day, planning out kind of what you're going to do for the day. That's a large amount of time that is going to cost you money if you don't maximize your time. And it's a great thing to do before you actually start your day. And it only takes a little amount of time. Now, those things that you don't need to plan on are those things that have a minimal investment. So for example, yes, I want to plan my entire day because that's a long period of time that I really need to maximize to get the things in my life that I need to get done, such as the family, work, home, myself, and all of those things. But Saturday, I don't need to, it's not an investment that I need to really plan. I want to get up and I don't want to have to worry about what I'm going to do on Saturday. I want to wing it and I want to go to the park and, whatever happens, happens. It's okay to have things in your life that are not planned out. You just want to look at the investment part of it. How much of an investment you're putting into that depends on if you're going to plan for it or if you're not. If I wake up on a Saturday and I totally intend to do something, but I do something else, for me, I'm okay with that. It doesn't stress me out. It's okay. And as long as that is the case for you, then those are things that you really don't need to plan for, and you can wing it on. You know, it's not going to cause you stress. It's not going to cause you money. You're going to be okay. But again, look at things that you have to invest, and that's the things that you want to plan. So the third thing about organized people is they anticipate roadblocks, or they prepare themselves for it. So for example, an organized person is going to have a home maintenance plan. They're going to say, okay, in February, let me go ahead and get the air conditioner service. That way, when June hits, it's good to go. Whereas if they don't do that, and it's summer and it's hot and burning up, and you go to turn on the air because you didn't kind of prep or think in advance about what could be a roadblock, you're sitting in a hot house and then trying to figure out, when everybody's calling the air conditioner repairman out, everybody's calling them out at that time, and you're struggling. So that's what an organized person really thinks about sometimes. It's okay, what are the possible issues that can arise with any situation with my home or life, just so that I can be aware, not necessarily always prepared, but be aware, and sometimes implement things that can help minimize mishaps. So another thing that an organized person does is they set up their home, their life, their systems to fit their needs, not according to what it is supposed to be. So for example, when you buy a house, they already have a floor plan telling you, oh, this is the living room, this is the dining room, this is the kitchen. But an organized person is going to come immediately in and they're going to say, it may be a dining room, but it's my home office. Or this may be a spare bedroom, but this is going to be a family room. So they set up their environment to always fit their needs so that they can have a life that is joyful, that is one that functions for them. So friends, not everyone wants to be a true minimalist. You know, some people like having things around them. That is not the issue. The issue is when it doesn't bring you joy, it's bringing you clutter, frustration, stress, costing you money, when it's affecting you in that way. I am not a minimalist, but the key to an organized person is that they have a place for everything in their life, and those things bring them joy. So those are kind of the things that you're looking for within your space as an organized person. It's not necessarily that you want to open your cabinet and only have one plate and one spoon. That's not the case. It's about having a place for everything, and that your things don't stress you out, cost you money, cost you time. Another thing about organized people are they are very deliberate about how they spend their time and money, because they understand the value in the time and the money, and they understand that not using those things wisely can result in that last issue, stress. And so they're very deliberate about the things that they do. That's why they plan out their day. That's why they make sure that they have a place for everything in their home. They're deliberate in the actions of their home and their life so that they can really keep joy and peace in their space. Another thing about organized people is that they don't rely on their brain. They rely on that pen and paper. They write things down. You know, when you want to remember something, when you want to make sure to follow up on something, the worst thing you can do is rely on this. Every time I rely on my brain to remind me of something and I think, oh, I can remember that, I never remember it. So organized people, they tend to love their list because they know that that list is going to really make sure that they don't miss the mark on following up with whatever they need to follow up. You know, I often encourage a lot of my clients to keep one master to-do list. So one journal that is their master to-do list. And they can break that book into, or that notebook into different categories using repositionable tabs. They can have one section for the home list, one section for the work list, one section for the church list, whatever those, you know, different categories of life, things that they need. But what it does is it gives you one place to process things that come in. Again, always having that method and routine. So when things come in that you need to do, it comes to you. You take the action of processing it into the book, and you know that that book is going to make sure that you take care of it because that is your go-to for everything that you need to do in your life. So another thing about organized people is they're always taking a proactive approach to things. So if they're laying in bed and they're getting ready to go downstairs to get something out the fridge, they're automatically going to grab anything that needs to go downstairs, whether it's a dirty cup, a load of laundry, because they, in their mind, are thinking, I'm going downstairs anyway, let me be proactive and get something done while I'm doing it. So they're taking one action and really kind of maximizing it by adding on or tacking on something that really needs to be done. So something else that an organized person will do is they will label their things. And the reason is because they know by labeling their things, it's going to help maintain the order without them having to do it. For example, you have a pantry. If you just have an open shelf to put food on that shelf, whether you live alone or you live in a house of 10, it can tend to become a disaster because there's no direction. If we go on the road now and there's no road signs, we're all running through red lights, we're all taking our own motions. It's craziness because there are no directions. The same with in your home with labeling or in your office with labeling. Labels help give those signs, those directions on how to move, how to place things, and how to keep order. So friends, the last thing that I really notice about organized people is they know how to turn the noise down. They know when to detox from social media, take a few days, go relax, kind of regroup. They know when to put barriers up or boundaries with friends and family so that they can refresh and rejuvenate. They understand the importance of taking a time out because it is important to keep that stress down in our life, to really save time, to save money, because that is how you build that quality in your life. And so that's the beautiful thing about organization, that can bring those things to you. So friends, I hope I have shared some tips with you that could be helpful today. If you are not subscribed to the At Home with Nikki family, I would love for you to click that subscribe button along with the bell so that you receive notifications every time I post a video. And definitely go right now if you have not pre-ordered my new book, Beautifully Organized at Work. I would love for you to do so. The link is in the description box below. Have a beautiful day, my friends. I will see you at the next video. And this is Nikki saying goodbye.